Welcome back. We're gonna be playing Don't Whack Your Teacher this time. Here, let me unmute the audio. Listen to the music. Um, so one of my favorite things about this game, is the music. Really enjoy it. Anyway, we'll talk about that more later. Anyway, this game, Don't Whack Your Teacher. The goal is fairly simple. It's in the title. To not whack your teacher. So there's a few different functions in the game. You can move your cursor around. There are a few items that glow red when you hover over them. Now, this is my first time really playing the game for an extended period of time. I checked it out a little bit before just so I kind of had some good talking points going into this. So, but I haven't really gotten a real in-depth feel for the game. So you're gonna be seeing that more naturally from me. So the first thing I noticed is that the controls are really tight. You know, the controls feel really good. Just, you know, in terms of your everything you do feels like you're doing it directly. The mouse is translating perfectly one for one into the cursor, and that's really nice. You know, that's often lost in a lot of games where they cut corners in terms of the responsiveness. So this is really it's a step in the right direction, I think, for development in games. So the next thing, like I was talking about, is the sound design. I think it's deep but simplistic. You know, it has fairly simple loops of audio with the song, and then you have the teacher here talking, you know, saying, you know, sort of the same sounds, but I think that kind of adds something to the game. It adds to the tranquility, this kind of repetitive, you know, consistency, adds to the appeal of this game, where, you know, really not a lot happens. You know, there's you can move the cursor around, hover over some red things, and it's a very tranquil game in that way. It's a very relaxing game. So one other thing I've noticed, and I thought that this was because I looked at it very briefly, I think, but now I'm noticing that it's more apparent. It's very, very difficult to get a high score in this game. I mean, we've been playing for a minute or so now, and I'm still at a score of 0 out of 13. And I'm not sure exactly how to get a higher score. I'm not sure if it just takes a really, really long time of not whacking your teacher, if there are specific ways that you need to not whack your teacher. I'm not sure exactly, because it seems as if I'm doing it. I'm doing a fairly good job. I've been doing it for a fairly long time, maintaining it. So I'm not exactly sure. So if anyone else wants to explore that further, maybe you know, put a few hours of gameplay into it. I obviously am, with my schedule, I just don't really have enough time to really put hours into the game. So if anyone wants to do that, and like, please don't hesitate, leave a comment, you know, let me know, because I want to know more about these games, more like especially from our viewers. So that was the other interesting thing was you can't move your character, and I thought that was a very interesting choice from the developer. You know, the arrow keys, the character stays stationary, blinking consistently. Often, for those who don't know, the W, A, S, and D keys often act as arrow keys in some games. And trying those right now, those are also unresponsive. Again, there may be some setting, something I don't know about that would access that additional functionality. But like I said, I currently at this time do not know what that would be. So you saw this a bit earlier at the opening of this video, but one of the main, I think, really main strong artistic points in terms of the style of this game, the kind of like, it's hard to describe. It's sort of like just the novel quality to it. It's very nice. This the mute button. Now, I really just love. Now, if you press it, you'll see it obviously cuts off the sound. But there's this red X, and I think, in the rest of the game, red often is meaningless. You hover over these items and they're red, and they don't really do anything in the game. But in this case, red, it serves as a contrast to the rest of the game. It detaches the mute button from this virtual world. It kind of weaves it on its own, and makes it its own function, not integrated. And I think that was a deliberate choice, because in this case, if you hit the red button, it releases the sound again, which I think is just incredible. I think it's a really incredible use of color to serve a purpose that is more than just aesthetic. I think that's really interesting. And the other thing I really, really enjoy about this mute button is you can see every few seconds or so, there it is. There it is. There it goes. One more time. That sheen passes over the button. It just very quickly. It comes as quick as it goes. It's just there, and then it's gone. And I think that it's again serves as just detaching this mute button from the environment, from the atmosphere of the game. It detaches it completely. And I think it's really important that they did that. And I think it's something that is lost in a lot of games. I think a lot of times people try to integrate the menu and something. They just try to integrate things and make them a part of the world and a part of the experience that I think it's just unnecessary. I think it's a mistake. And this game really, really does it right. Some additional points. I really enjoy the physics in this game. As you can see, so if you look at the flies in the jar, they fly in a very, very familiar way to normal flies, and you can see that the gravity is accurate. So I went through, I measured out the pixels that they are falling when they seem to stop. I measured the time and pixel ratio, and using some standard measurements of chalkboards and things, I referenced just kind of a basic reference to the scale, I used the chalkboard, and I also used the outlet, because those are pretty standardized in terms of widths and things. So I could then scale to see how many pixels the fly was falling, and I found that the gravity in this game is actually exactly negative 9.8 meters per second squared, which is what it is in real life. So the artists of this game were very true to form, very true to life. They wanted to make this a very realistic experience, and that kind of shows in these small obscure details. So anyway, that's about it for this kind of game review, let's play sort of review / demo. This is a new thing for the channel. Something we want to get more into, doing these kind of review style videos that is more than just a playthrough and looks at it from a more critical lens of in terms of game design and art direction and all those sort of things. So we really hope you enjoy it, and I highly recommend this game. I highly recommend that you check it out for yourself. See if you can get a higher score than me. See if you can get a score higher than 0. See what other interesting features that you can find in this game. I'm again, like I said, I'm really interested in knowing what you guys can coax out of this game, because I feel like there's a lot more that I just don't have the time to get to. I think that this game has a lot of potential. I think that the engine and the environment provides a broad platform for a lot of really interesting gameplay options. So yeah, so definitely check this out. There's a lot of different platforms that you can play this. It's on GameStop.com, Google Drive, Audible.com, Crunchyroll.anime. You can look it up on there's another one. There was one more. You can check it out on Hulu Plus. You know, all the fun Flash game sites. Anyway, I'm going way over the time for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this review. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed, and make sure to comment and tell me which game I should play and demo and review next, and tell me what things you liked and didn't like about Don't Whack Your Teacher. I'll leave you with the mute button, one of my favorites. I'll leave you with the mute button for a little while, just because it's always so fun. What's this?